What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, I had a user leave a comment, and they wanted me to speak on this. I didn't know if I was going to make a video on my own, but since someone requested it, I figured I would cover the topic, let you know my thoughts. That was about Anderson Silva. He was on the radio show with Sway from MTV, and he had some unfavorable things to say about Floyd Mayweather. Um, Anderson Silva coming off of a loss to Chris Weidman, and he was on the Sway radio show, and Sway was asking him about fighters. He brought up Floyd Mayweather's name, and Anderson Silva kept replying, "Who? Who? Who?" Like an owl, like he didn't know who Floyd Mayweather was. Then later on, he says Mayweather's Papa Smurf. He's a Smurf, and Mayweather doesn't respect anybody or anything, so he doesn't respect Mayweather as a fighter. Um, he went on to mention Muhammad Ali as a great boxer, and again, he insulted Mayweather by calling him Papa Smurf or whatever, and acted like he didn't know him. So my thoughts on this: I think it's dumb for one when fighters say who, like Adrian Broner does it. He'll be getting interviewed by whoever, Ellie Seckbeck or whatever, and then Ellie be like, "What do you think of Brandon Rios?" And he's like, who, Brand, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know who Brandon Rios is. Like, he's in your fucking division or near your division. You know who he is. Um, a lot of people have started doing that recently for whatever reason, acting like they don't know who the person is. Like, who? I mean, it's kind of old. It's stupid. Like I said, Broner does it. Like, oh, what do you think of Lucas Batista? Who? Like, he doesn't know. Anderson Silva just did it recently in this interview. Like, he doesn't know the person who got Fighter of the Year, who's been a dominant force in boxing, kind of like a neighboring, similar sport to MMA. It's another fighting combat sport, which is big. So, I mean, you know who Floyd Mayweather is. He's the highest paid athlete last year. It's just stupid. I mean, my mom knows who Floyd Mayweather is, and she doesn't even watch boxing. She only knows, like, some of the older names, like Muhammad Ali's and George Foreman, Mike Tyson. She only knows, like, big names like that. She knows who Floyd Mayweather is. She wouldn't know who Richard Brill is or somebody like that, but she definitely knows who Floyd Mayweather is and Manny Pacquiao, all the big names, the celebrated names in the sport of boxing. So, I don't know. Like I said, I don't take anything too serious when fighters say stuff like that. For personally, I think Anderson Silva needs to focus on rebuilding his career, and since he doesn't know Floyd Mayweather supposedly, one thing he should get familiar with is Floyd Mayweather's ring savvy, because one thing I can honestly say is if you don't like Floyd Mayweather for what he does outside the ring, you are perfectly entitled to do that. However, I hate in the sports game how, based on his moral decisions or whatever he does outside of the ring, people act like he sucks or like he can't fight or they deny his skill, don't give him his just due credit. That's what I don't understand. There's a lot of people who I don't like personality wise. A little quick story. My friend said growing up he was a huge baseball fan. He loved Ricky Henderson. He said him and his family went to Home Depot and they seen Ricky Henderson and that was his favorite player. He said he walked up and he was like starstruck. He looked Ricky Henderson in the eye. He told his parents like, "Oh, it's Ricky Henderson," and he looked him in the eye, and he said, "Excuse me, could I have an autograph?" And then he said like Ricky Henderson growled at him and like snatched it and scribbled some shit and gave it back. And he said ever since then he just like lost respect for Ricky Henderson because of the way he handled it. And I have read other things about Ricky Henderson. He's not necessarily a people person for those of you who watch baseball, but look at the man athletically, what he does, him stealing all the bases he stole, and what he did in the game that he played, which is baseball. Now, I wouldn't be like, based on that story and based on the reports that I've heard about Ricky Henderson, oh, Ricky's garbage, he sucked, he never did anything good for baseball, or he's the worst baseball player I've ever seen. Like Gay Henderson, Gay Weather, and all that dumbass names you guys come up with. um, it just doesn't make sense. Like I said, whether you like someone outside of the ring, you can't deny their skill inside the ring. The only exception would be to me if it's something real extreme. If it's like an athlete who's molesting boys or some shit, some crazy shit, off the wall shit, I'd be like, okay, this dude is vile. I wouldn't really support anything he's doing. But realistically, Floyd Mayweather's an entertainer. He sells tickets. He talks shit. He talks trash. That's his stick. That's how he gets down. He burns money. He flashes money. He gloats. I mean, all shit that's, I mean, at the end of the day, who gives a fuck? I care about what he does athletically, and I think more people should focus on an athlete's talent inside the ring more or less than what they're doing outside the ring and who they're dating and knocking up and just all kinds of extra shit. What do they do athletically, especially in the sport of boxing? Because in the sport of boxing, it's not a team sport like football or basketball. This is mano a mano, one on one. And does that person produce? What do they look like when they step in the ring? And again, I think some of you guys just get so like off the wall in your hatred for him as a person or wanting to see him lose, like clouds your judgment to the point where you say crazy shit like, "Oh, he's gay runner sucks," and you're a Floydiot, and just stupid shit. Like, ooh, I'm a grown ass man. Like, I don't talk like that. You're a Flomo, Floydiot, gay runner, and gay weather, and all kinds of dumbass like elementary school names and shit. Anyway, that's just my thoughts. Anderson Silva, I think he could take a chapter out of Floyd's book in terms of no matter how disrespectful or how much shit Floyd Mayweather talks, you could tell he respects the game of boxing based on him being a student of the game and really knowing the ins and outs, how to be defensive, how to have an offense and have accurate shots, slip punches, use his feet, use his hands, and just overall everything he does in the ring. Plus, no matter how much shit he talks, when he gets in that ring, you could tell he respects them. And after the fight, you could tell he respects these people because he always says good shit. Like, oh, Robert Guerrero is a hell of a fighter. And like he always says that. Shane Mosley is a tough competitor. He always talks like that at the end of the fight. But before, when the 24/7, when the lights are on, the camera's on, he's like, Shane Mosley got a big nose. Easy work. I ain't gotta work. Like, he talks shit. Who cares? I mean, that's what he does. But like I said, when he's in the ring, he doesn't do what Anderson Silva did that got him knocked out and showboat to the point where he gets himself knocked out. He's highly defensive and he doesn't clown around, I guess you could say. His clown around more or less is done outside of the ring to sell the tickets. Once the asses are in the seats, then he performs. So let me know what you guys think of Floyd Mayweather, gay runner, whatever the fuck you want to call him, Floydiot, Flomo, all that other extra shit. Let me know what you guys think of Anderson Silva's comments. What do you think of him as a fighter? What happens in a rematch with Weidman and Anderson Silva? Who wins that? Let me know something. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video's Ego, signing off.